Alright, this is another video sponsored by Casio Malaysia. So in this video, I will teach you how to use the new Casio 570EX calculator to find the volume of integration. But before that, let me just brief you about the basic concept about the volume first. Okay, so for volume in integration topic, you should know you have either you can rotate on the x-axis or you can rotate on the y-axis. So I give an example. So if I want to find the volume he rotate on the x-axis from A to B, let's say from A to B, that means I only want this area here rotate on the x-axis here 360 degree. So what I will do is, alright, this one is rotate at x-axis. What I will do is I will just apply the formula. In order to make it rotate on the x-axis, it will be pi, and then from A to B, so this one rotate on x-axis will be dx, then here will be y square. Right, so if today I want it to rotate on the y-axis, let's say for this area, let's say from C to D, then my volume formula will be pi from C to D, rotate on y-axis 360 degrees, isn't it? So it will be dy, here will be x squared. You just remember the sign will be always opposite. This is dy, here will be x squared. If here will be dx, here will be y squared. Alright, I will use this example to explain about rotation on x-axis and y-axis. Let's say this curve over here going to rotate on x-axis 360 degrees. Alright, so what will happen over here is, in order to find the volume, we know that we need to rotate 360 degrees on the x-axis, so must start with pi. And then here you need to know like what is the x-intercept. Alright, and then you're going to write your x-intercept here. And then rotate on x-axis, here will be dx, here will be y squared. Alright, x-intercept is quite easy to find. What we will do is we will just make the y equals to 0. So when y equals to 0, x squared will equals to 5. Then x will equals to square root positive negative 5. Right, so here will be square root 5, here will be negative square root 5. So here is just like from negative square root 5 to square root 5 here. Alright, then I will just type into my calculator, then I can get the answer. But you need to pay attention, it's like, because here is dx, that means you can only integrate when it's in terms of x, but this is y square, so you cannot straight away say this is y cubed over 3, because you cannot integrate, because here tell you it's a dx. So what I want to do now is I want to make y square as a subject, so y square equals to 5 minus x square. So I need to substitute this one into my expression here. So my y square is basically 5 minus x square and then dx. Alright, then normally I would just use the calculator to solve for you. So I would say just pi multiply, I integrate, this one is 5 minus x square. And then I tell my calculator I want to from negative square root 5 to square root 5. And the calculator will straight away tell me the answer. So if you want to leave your answer in terms of pi, just like SPM always do, so what you can do is you just don't type the multiply pi, you straight away type this one, then you will get 14.91, isn't it? So you just write 14.91 pi. So because in SPM they always want your answer in terms of pi. Alright, right now if I want to rotate on y-axis, let's see what is the difference. So if I want to rotate on y-axis, just now this one is rotate on x-axis. Okay, if I rotate on y-axis, right, my volume formula will be pi from 0, here will be 0 to this value. So in order to find this value, I kind of need to make the x equal to 0, right, because y-intercept. So you know x equal to 0, this one should be positive square root 5. Okay, so you go from 0 to square root 5 x squared dy, because it's rotate on y-axis, so this one will be x squared. Alright, so what's the difference here is, in order to integrate the x square, definitely this here is dy, you cannot integrate the x square here. So you need to make the x square as a subject from your equation, which is 5 minus y squared, to plug into the expression here, which is 5 minus y squared dy. Alright, then you will type everything into the calculator. So it's quite similar here. So just the difference is this one must be 0. So if you understand the questions, right, you should know both of these one is very similar, but when he rotates on the y-axis, right, the volume is just half of the volume he rotates on the x-axis. Okay, and another thing I want to say is, because this calculator you can only type on dx, you cannot type on dy. So even though this is y squared, you just substitute your y squared into the x squared. dy you just sub into the dx if you want to use a calculator to do the work for you. Okay, so you type equal, so you will get pi multiply this one, right? So it will be 7.45 pi. So if you use this number times 2, you will get exactly the same value here, because we rotate on the y-axis, the volume is just half of it. How I know that? Because this one is from negative square root 5 to square root 5. This one is from 0 to square root 5. So I know the volume here is just half of it. Okay, so this is different when he rotate on x-axis and he rotate on y-axis. Alright, then I want to tell you about when you have a straight line. The straight line can also, the straight line like this, you can rotate on x-axis and y-axis as well. Both will give you the different answer, but then yeah, just depend on the question. So, but I want to tell you here is, when the straight line, let's say this straight line rotate 360 degrees on the x-axis, what will happen is you will actually get a volume of cone. If you manage to see it, it should be look like the area of cone here. So yeah, and then this one will be the base here. So this is a radius. So you should be able to see a cone, something look like this. And then this one will be radius, and then this one will be the height. Okay, so if you understand what I'm drawing here, you can use the cone formulas to find the volume here, which is 1 over 3 pi r square h. So what you need to do is you just need to know what is your r and h. So you understand your r here basically is your y-intercept, right? Your h here is basically from 0 to your x-intercept, right? So you can easily find the y-intercept here, which is make x 0. So this one will be 5 here. So the height here will be 5. The x-intercept you will make y 0, you will get 5 as well. So the volume for the cone is just 1 over 3 pi 5 square 5. So you just type in a calculator 1 over 3 multiply pi multiply 5 square is 25 multiply 5. So it's 125 over 3 pi. But what if you want to use the integration law to actually find the volume of cone here? So what you can do is you need to integrate this straight line from 0 to 5 when he rotate on the x-axis, isn't it? So what we will do is we use back the volume formula. Is pi, it's going to rotate from 0 to 5, 0 to 5, because we pay attention on x-axis. This is what happens when we rotate on the x-axis. So here will be dx, here will be y squared. Right, so what we want to do next is, like what I say, you cannot integrate y squared here because here is a dx. You must change this y squared in terms of x. So this one will be pi 0 to 5 minus x plus 5 square dx. Right, then I will just ask my calculator to do the work for me. So yeah, so I will just do integrate brackets and then negative x plus 5, close the bracket, power 2, and then this one is from 0 to 5. Yeah, I can add the pi at the end by myself. So I just want the calculator to do this one for me, so you can realize the volume is 125 over 3 pi, which is exactly the same answer like we used the volume formula. Alright, and then Another example I want to show you here will be the straight line, the horizontal line. So let's say we rotate on x-axis from 0 to 3, we rotate 360 degree on the x-axis. So if you see carefully, you should know this one is basically a cylinder. Do you see it? It's a cylinder. Look like this. So you have a x-axis at the middle, isn't it? So this one will be a radius and this one will be the height here. So the height is quite easy, it's 0 to 3. And then the height, the radius here will be 5. So radius will be 5 and then height will be just 3. We go from 0 to 3 here. So the volume for cylinder is pi r square h. So it's pi r will be 5 square h with 3. So this one is just 75 pi. Right, so I can use the integration law to actually find this volume as well. So in order to rotate on x-axis, right, this is volume, and then here will be pi integrate from 0 to 3, and then this one is x-axis dx. So here will be just y square. Alright, so what is my y value? I already have my y value, right? My y value will be 5 square. Right, then you can just use the calculator to do for you. So this said I want to do integrate 5 square from 0 to 3. Then the calculator should tell me is 75. So you multiply with pi, you get 75 pi, which is exactly the same. Alright, I just want to mention this horizontal line like this cannot rotate on y-axis. One of the reasons is, there's no way you actually set the limit for x here, because this line will go until infinity. Right. Alright, then we will have a look at the exam-like questions here. So let's say we have the question like this. They give you a diagram and then they ask you to calculate the volume of solid generated when the shader region is revolved through 360 about the y-axis. This is normally what the exam will say like this. So basically they want this shader region here rotate 360 degrees on the y-axis, right? So a lot of students, when they do the question like this, right, they will straight away rotate this equation here, but then this is not as easy as this one, because this curve is look like this. So when you rotate that time, you accidentally add the area at the middle here when you rotate on the y-axis. So what I will do here is definitely I will need to find out what is this two intersection point here. So let's find the first intersection point. We know x equals to 1, right? We just sub 1 into the x here. This is 1 square plus 2. We know it's 3. So this value is 3. So here will be 3. Definitely the coordinate is called 1, 3, okay? This coordinate is just 1, 3. And then if I were to find the y-intercept, I will make x 0. So we know this one is 2 here. So, so from here, at least we understand something is, what I want to, if I want to find the volume generators by the shader region, what I will do is I will use the area of the cylinder. I hope you can able to see a cylinder like this. When we will use the area of cylinder, which is the radius of the cylinder will be 1, because it's based on this value, right? This one will be the radius, is just 1 here. And then the height of the cylinder will be 3. And then minus the shaded area here. No, I just want to minus the middle part here. I just want to minus this area. Then I can get this part here. Okay, so, right now, what I will do is, the area of the volume of the cylinder here will be pi r square h, isn't it? So I will just do, pi, my r is 1 square, h will be 3, minus this green color volume here. So the green color volume here is basically generated by this equation, isn't it? And since rotate on the y-axis is pi, and then it's from 2 to 3, and then this is dy, here will need to be x squared. Like what I said before, x squared you cannot straight away integrate, isn't it? You need to make the x squared the subject here, which is y minus 2. Alright, so then here we just 3 pi minus this one. You need to like kind of integrate yourself, but you need to sub in the thing first, y minus 2 dy. Now you can start to do the integration here. So it's just 3 pi minus, definitely you can use the calculator to straight away get the answer, but you still need to know how to do manually in the exam. This is y squared over 2 minus 2y, and then this is 2 and 3 here. So this is 3 pi minus pi. So this one will be sub the 3 first, so it will be 9 over 2 minus 6, put a bracket for it, minus sub the 2 here, so it will be 4 over 2, which is 2 minus 4. Alright, then you will have 3 pi minus pi. So here you can just use the calculator to do for you. So you have 9 over 2 minus 6, and then this one is minus negative 2, which is plus 2. Okay, so yeah, it's half. Right, then 3 pi minus half pi, you basically have 2.5 pi. You can say it's 5 over 2 pi. This one will be your final answer. And normally if I get a half pi like this, I will always use my calculator to check whether my question is my answer is correct or not. So like what I say, you cannot type y in your calculator, right? Change it into x minus 2. Okay, so dy will be dx. Then here you just type 2 to 3. See whether you can get a half from here or not. So yeah, you get a half, so you know your value here and integration, everything is correct. Alright, that's all for video today.
So if you are interested to buy this calculator, I will share the Lazada link at my description below. The link will bring you to the Casio Flagship store, because right now the Casio Malaysia are doing the promotion. Whoever buy this calculator from them, they will actually free you a Casio L file. I believe this file is waterproof. So this is how you insert the paper into the L file. I believe you know what is L file. And at the same time, if you insert the promotion code, which is my name, I will share at the description below as well, they will give you another 5 ringgit discount for the calculator. Yeah, I guess that's all for this video. Yeah, if you have any question, please post at the comment below, or else I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.